so that was a problem, but we're back. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so anyways, hi. Let's see here. We had some technical difficulties, but everything seems to be cleared up now. And I guess we'll just start off with a little recap. So, where last we left off, our group of adventurers were all accepting a mission of escorting mining supplies from the large city of Neverwinter down to the small mining town of Phandelver. They were given this mission by a dwarf associate by the name of Gundren Rockseeker, who basically just said it would be a simple mission and that each of them would get 10 gold upon the arrival. However, Yignax Mooneye negotiated the price up to 12 gold and then down to 11. And so that was
Pro move right there.
yeah, pro move, absolutely. The trip would take 3 days, and on the first day, the trio, or 3 of the 4, fell asleep, while the 4th, Rat, what does Rat stand for again?
It stands for Robust Atomic Tank.
Robust Atomic Tank, stood guard. And that evening, the Robust Atomic Tank met a small white owl who was perched upon a branch and hooting, trying to presumably gain their attention or possibly get food. The two had a bit of a moment where it looked like they were going to connect, and the owl might let Rat pet it or might just approach until it flew away. A perception check revealed there to be goblins surrounding them, and after quite a bit of talking and trying to convince the goblins pardon me, not to do anything, while the goblins tried to convince the adventurers to give them everything, including the cart and money and weapons and everything they had, a fight broke out. And it did not go very well for the goblins, as all but one were killed. The last one being captured by Kashrin and Yignax, I believe. No, I'm sorry, Kashrin and Rat.
I mean, by all means, give me credit.
Kashrin and Rat. And Dor. The 3 of them went off to do that, while Yignax, I believe, was getting items from the fallen goblins. Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, starting out with seeing what was salvageable of the arrows lodged into our caravan.
Right. And did we assess that?
Didn't get to the items, but you said I got 2 arrows intact, and I can't figure out how to get it to be just 2 arrows. It only allows me to pick them in quantities of 20. Okay. So we'll take that into consideration at a later point. I don't want to hold this up.
It works out quite well, because searching amongst the other corpses of the goblins, you find 18 arrows. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that happens, and you also find amongst them, how many goblins were there? I want to say there were 5 goblins. I'm not positive. But either way, you managed to find 3 short bows, which aren't of the greatest quality, and 2 rather rusty, old-looking short swords. You also find some leather armor, very basic leather armor that seems to be for smaller creatures, which is also pretty beaten up. And amongst the corpses, you find about 11 silver. So, as he is searching, Rat, Kashrin, you now have this goblin who seems pretty nonplussed about the whole situation and doesn't want to be there. Thought they were doing a pretty good job of hiding, but damn it, they couldn't hide from you. What do you guys do?
Rat is going to go and talk to the goblin and say, "We told you that this would not turn out well. Why did you decide to continue through with it? Now all of your companions are dead. What is your decision now?"
Cash, do you do anything as well?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Out of consideration,
Yeah, you need to do something real quick.
what is? Yeah. What is the relationship between goblins and my temple? Do I know at all?
Your temple. Having been, I'm sorry. Who's your patron again? I forget.
It starts with an L. Let me double
Lathander.
check.
Okay, so Lathander.
Yeah, Lathander.
Is pretty much like a god of the morning sun. You know him to be a comforting god and a god of law and righteousness and goodness. And there's a general teaching in your order of like every race, every person on this planet has the potential to be either good or evil. There is no innate good or evil, and it's a pretty progressive thing. Except for orcs and goblins, they're evil. They're always evil. That's how you have been taught. That's how you've been brought up. That's what you perceive them as, having been like sort of this latchkey kid who has only been in this certain area. Latchkey is not the right term,
Right.
but basically very closed off.
Okay, well, in that case, I think I am not going to want much to do with the goblin except for interrogate
Sure.
and try to get more information out of why they attacked us.
So, as are you going to stand there like imposingly while Rat talks, or are you going to say anything as well?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for the intimidation
Okay.
route.
Sure. Roll an intimidation check, and Rat, roll a persuasion check.
And that's D20 again?
Yes,
Can't
D20
remember.
plus your
Yeah.
intimidation.
Everything is always D20 except for when you swing a
Damage.
sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or unless otherwise noted.
Yeah.
17
17 for intimidation.
with the roll. And then I would have to add do I have an intimidation?
You sure do.
Plus 4.
Plus 4, so 21.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Mine's 13.
13. He kind of looks over at Rat, and he's about to say something like real smart ass, like, "Nyeh," and then he looks over at Cash is just like towering above him, plate armor like shining against the campfire.
Chainmail, actually.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, that's right. Chainmail shining against the correct. That's right. We did have to change that against the campfire. The goblin kind of looks up like, goes.
In that moment, it looks like plate mail to
Yes,
him.
exactly. It's so intimidating it becomes plate mail. And so the goblin kind of looks up and he goes, "Oh, we didn't know you was gonna kill us. We just wanted your stuff. We don't got a lot out here."
Well, that was a very stupid plan.
Oh, not very smart, we shoot things good sometimes. But you're all metal, and that's not fair.
Well, there are many things in life that are not fair, though I did warn you beforehand, multiple times, that it would not be in your favor to attack us.
People do that all the time. We kill them anyways.
So, Cashin's gonna step in with her martial training. She's gonna have her entire personality is just gonna flip
Okay.
and look at the goblin and says, "Really, I only see two options for you. Number one, we can kill you, or number two, you're going to work for us. Which one would you prefer?"
Well, how you want me to work for you?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're the scum of the earth, so I would like the second option to not be possible and go for the first. I think that you should work under Yignax from now on, and you're just going to be more of a servant for him, and whatever he needs done, I think you should want to do that. If not,
This
then
is a dangerous check you have written me.
I think I'm just going to plunge my sword in you, and if you disobey him, I'll just punch my sword in you. Does that sound like a plan?
He looks at you. What's a Yignax?
What?
Well-
Picking up the corpse of his buddy, like in the background, just like lifting it up, shaking it out from the pockets.
While he's doing that, I point over at Yignax and say, "That's a Yignax."
How is he gonna go ahead and make another intimidation check with advantage on this? We'll see how he.
Okay.
I'm fully prepared for him to turn. I choose death.
It's a 17 again.
So 21?
So that's a 21.
Goes, he looks at that, looks at you. Oh, you better fucking kill me.
21. He's like, you better just fucking kill
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Oh fuck.
He's like, I'm not fucking with that guy at all. Yep.
Hmm.
Oh, bad end indeed.
Yeah. Then Kashran's gonna look at Ignax and say, I have another one that's alive. Would you like to play with him a little?
Please,
Brad?
toys are for playing. Beings like this are to be exploited and or befriended into thinking that you are friendly with them so that you may then exploit them later down the line. Not that
So
I'm doing that with you, of course.
So Kashran's going to take the rope and toss it at Ignax, and then look at the goblin and say, I don't think you have a choice at this point. And I'm gonna walk off and do some praying.
Okay.
Well, now this is a fine, fine pickle.
You have pickles?
No, it is an expression. We can teach you many things that we have learned in the Underdark. Isn't that right, Merv? Well, now, why don't we start off with your name, unless you'd like to be called Suicide Man, as you have very loquaciously phrased yourself already through action.
My name Grout.
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 Mm-hmm.
Like what we find in the like what we find in mold-infested caves and bathing aquariums.
Yeah, I was named after the first one.
Oh. Well then, why don't we strike a deal, Grout?
What kind of deal for pickles?
There may be many pickles. We can pay you in pickles if you so desire, though the flow of said pickles may be quite spread out, as pickling stations are hard to come by, you know.
Okay, I like pickles.
They are good. I propose that you work with Merv and myself for whatever we need you to do, odd jobs aside, but we will be keeping you on a short leash. And for the purposes of trust, I think that it should be lengthened with each good deed that you do for us. Know that this is a very benevolent and savioristic sort of deal that we are cutting you. You are free to bow and worship before us.
I don't know what most of those words mean.
We shall teach
Well, Rat's gonna interject and say, well, worshipping means that you were going... Wait, what did you say again? What were the words that he didn't understand?
Benevolent
you.
worshiping.
I'm assuming that's out of character.
That was out of character, sorry.
He said, we will be keeping you on a short leash. We will be extending the length of the leash and then removing it once you have performed enough deeds to earn our trusts to know that you do not need it.
Alright, but you said benevolent and worshipping, right?
And it's like, and for that reason, you can worship us as benevolent and savioristic style. Yeah, and as this is a savioristic and worship-worthy charity that we are bestowing.
Charity bestowing. You know those words.
I know, it's great.
Rat is going to define the words.
Kind of gonna look.
I have the words. I have all the best words.
No words. He's gonna nod. Okay. I don't like that. I just want the pickles. Like I do
Well,
a thing.
shit, man. Do we just keep you strung up like some sort of festivity goose here until something rescues you or eats you? Is that what you want?
No, I figured I'd do a thing and you give me pickles.
We'll
How about
work you
you-
up to pickles.
Okay.
So, we talking like baby pickles, little gherkins, like.
Look, man, beggars can't be choosers.
I'm not the one who wants me to work for you. You are. I'm fine with dying.
A month of work equals 1 jar of pickles. Does that seem satisfactory?
How big's a
So
jar?
we're doing this.
Well, that depends on where we buy the jar. Well, it seems most fair that we start smaller to see how well you are doing, and depending on how you perform that month, we will give you the size jar that we feel is equal to your work.
I'm real good. I killed a lot of people. I took a lot of stuff from people on roads. I'm good.
Okay, I'm going to break this down for you, little man. This
Okay.
may not require you to take lives. This is indeed something you can do, but that is not exclusive.
So I can kill if I want it. Okay. Okay.
No.
Only if we tell you to.
He's going to slap him. Listen closely to the words that are coming out of my mouth, little man.
Pay attention.
Yes, thank you, Merv.
You're welcome. As he's like collecting the rest of the silver and stuff.
What we are proposing is that you work off your debt, your life debt with us.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, since you, Rat, and Merv are all trying to get this little guy to understand anything.
I would not begrudge you for saying roll with disadvantage for how much we're confusing.
No, because
Do
you
I
have
roll
3
2,
people.
or is it just you?
I'm sorry. Actually, yeah. You guys can either roll separately, or one of you can roll with advantage.
You roll as well. It'll be more fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Sorry.
really have much when it comes to talking to people, though.
You're kind of the best at it, though, of your group.
In
Not
person,
this
yes,
time.
but in terms of character, I just rolled a 3.
Okay.
I got a 13
13?
total.
I understand. Yeah, I do the work. I don't know how to do a lot of things. Like, if it's counting, I can't do that. If it's spelling, I can't do that. I speak common. I speak goblin. If you need
This
me
is
to speak
fair.
goblin.
Would you
All
like to
right.
learn how to read and write?
No, that's how the wizards do, and they're evil. They're more evil than us. They're fucked up. No, I don't want to be like them.
Well, reading and
What
writing.
if
is
you
an
were
advantage
the
that
first
many goblins
goblin
don't.
wizard who was a good wizard?
Teach me to read and write, middle woman.
I could teach you. I have much information about reading and writing in
Sounds like a
specific
fun
languages in my
project.
databank.
He's kind of thinking about it like, oh my god, all the power. You see his eyes kind of going back and forth. He's like, yeah, okay. It's yeah. Just nods.
All right. Then in exchange for you learning how to read and write, please do not kill unless we are telling you to kill, and do not steal unless we tell you to.
It's us.
But you're not getting out of the pickle thing.
Ugh.
That is
Look,
fine.
man,
I'm
when
not
you
the
get
one with
when you get
pickles.
to learn and read and when you learn to read and write, you can become a wizard from some wandering apothecary or something, and you can create the pickles yourself. It's the gift that keeps on giving, man. You're not thinking large enough.
Well, Rat's gonna interject and say, well, I did not promise pickles, so to say, that was more Yignax, but I will be more than willing to help you with reading and writing.
Okay.
Yignax will be in charge of all the pickles.
You give me pickles, you teach me to read and write, and what the hell's an apothecary?
That will be the first word we teach him.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Deal. His eyes kind of narrow.
I kinda
Know
wanna
that
read him
know
and
that
go-
this is that any violation is on threat of death.
Mm-hmm. He just nods.
Did we get his name? Does anyone know this motherfucker's name? Or
Grout.
It's grout.
Grout? Okay.
I want him to read Go Dog Go now. I want to give him a book of Go Dog Go.
The hungry caterpillar. All right, congratulations. We're half hour into session and we've negotiated with a fucking goblin.
Yep, sweet. Okay, so you guys have the negotiation set. You still have the rest of the evening at your disposal. Do you try to get more rest?
Assuming that we're not fully rested yet? Probably.
Sure, absolutely. Who's keeping watch? Is that Radigan?
Probably.
Excellent.
I don't mind.
Okay.
Hey, Cashard's still woozy, so probably good to go back to sleep for me.
Okay. Excellent. Rat, roll one more perception check, if you could, please.
Oh, please don't get a 3. Hey!
Just so you know, with these perception checks, a low number doesn't necessarily mean something's going to approach.
But it's probably a low number is still bad though, right?
You don't know.
Perception. Okay.
Eventually. That's the genius of the DM screen.
It's an 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. You yeah, that's fine. I mean, you hear a lot of noises in the distance. You hear like sounds of wolves and what you presume are like coyotes and things. You hear running, and at first it like kind of spooks you a little bit, and you get a little bit scared. But then you turn and you see it's just like deer kind of trying to make their way towards the morning dawn, which is slowly rising as morning comes and nothing attacks. All right.
Let's go. I did my job.
Yeah, you did. Everybody awakens. You see, as you all awaken, you see that the caravan underneath the like canvas burlap tenting of it is a domed shell, essentially outline, and so.
Good morning, companions. It seems that another one of our companions has not awoken yet, and it seems that it might be a long time before they do so. If my information is to be correct.
Mortals are known for hibernation, otherwise known as copping out and being lazy.
Question. With Grout, during that time, were you just keeping an eye on him, or was he tied up?
I believe
I probably would have left him
restrained
tied
from
up.
the last session.
That's what I assumed. I'm sorry, Rat?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have just left him tied up.
That's what I assumed. Okay, just making sure. So he kind of... I didn't get great sleep.
I apologize. Hopefully, in the future, you can get some better sleep.
He kind of just
Sleep
growls.
tends to help us work better in our daily lives. You
Yeah.
might want to consider drinking something warm before you go to sleep to help you fall asleep faster.
I mean, nobody gave me nothing to drink, and I was tied up, so it's not really my fault.
We're sorry, you could have asked for some.
Can I have something to drink?
I'm sorry, I don't have anything on me at the moment. You would need to ask one of my companions.
He just looks down at the ground. Can you at least untie me?
I'm sorry, that is not entirely up to me, as we are a group, so we must make the decision together.
And what the fuck was the point of me asking anything? God damn fucking
Asking is the
I
most
know
polite
it.
way.
The first thing you must learn, Grout, is that we, my associate and Merv and I, are a fickle and unpredictable pair.
It is true. Do you guys have something to drink? I do. He walks away.
Oh, I like this one. Just wait for it.
Oh, no, he just walks away. He's like, I have something to drink, and just walks off.
Oh, look, he didn't come back.
I don't think I have anything.
We've got rations. I've always assumed that rations refer to not just food that's just like one...
Yes, there's usually, like, we'll say a little miniature water skin kind of packed in with them.
I mean, I can give him mine since I don't really need it. Like, I can't drink, so.
Warforged are fucking cool, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so do you give him a ration?
Yep, I'll give him a ration.
He kind of, his arms are sort of bounding, goes, can I have one of my arms free to eat it?
I don't
Merv.
see how you would be incapable of.
Merv,
taking
train
water
your
if
bow
it's
on him,
you.
and if he moves, shoot him through the eyes.
Merv, like, comes back, smiling, drinking out of his water skin, puts it to the side, takes out the bow, puts it right up to his head. Yes.
See, this is the type of deal that we like. This is our favorite type of deal. One that can turn violent at the drop of a hair.
He kind of looks up as the bow's kind of like right up against his skull. It's like, okay. So
Sorry, does this bother you? Does this bother you? All right, yeah, and loosen them so that he's just got the leash.
Sure. He kind of rubs his wrists, takes the ration, and just like goes crazy on it. And after like literally 2 minutes, it's gone. He's like, thank you. You can stop that now.
Merv, don't stop.
I won't. Just keeps on like poking him with it.
Yes, this is going excellent.
All right. So, the morning is pretty much over. The sun is starting to head into the sky. Grout is properly fed and just a little pierced in his temple from the tip of the arrow that keeps on bludgeoning him. Does anybody do anything else before you guys pack up and presumably head out?
Nope, I'm good.
Cool. Cash?
I'm good too.
All right. So, you guys pack up and you continue on the road to Phandelver, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I carry drag the cart again?
Yes, you absolutely can. Go ahead and make me, are you dragging it by yourself?
I can. Oh, wait. What about Door? Should we put Door in the wagon?
Door is already in there. He's,
that was the
Oh,
drum.
okay.
Mhm. So the
I
wagon,
thought he was like outside the wagon. I was like,
No.
wait, should we put him in there?
No, he's in there, and he's.
It would be funny.
The wagon
Tie him up.
is like 250 pounds heavier now. With
Oh,
Door in there.
fantastic.
Yes.
I'm gonna help. Cashroon's gonna help again.
Okay, so
And
Hmm?
go ahead.
I was going to say, basically, since it is heavier, normally since both of you are doing it, I would have either you guys roll separately or one of you with advantage. But because it is 250 pounds heavier, I'm going to have one of you just roll a straight strength check to see how well you guys are managing to pull this thing, how far along you guys can get, and how do you guys handle Grout in this situation? Is he just being tugged along by a Yignax or someone?
I'm imagining that we have like one of those little like toddler backpacks on him with the leash,
God.
and like one of us is just holding on to it.
He's like, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, and he at first he's kind of like trying to kind of get away from it, but he realizes that this is pointless, and he just continues to walk with you guys.
Okay, I think I should roll for strength since I have like a lot of strength.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, this is day 2. Excellent.
17.
Yeah, it's a little bit tougher, and you feel sort of the strain on your gears and joints if you feel things. But generally speaking, you guys managed to make decent time. You're not necessarily ahead of schedule, but you're on schedule. As you are walking, whoever wants to may make a perception check.
For flavor, Yignax will be probing Grout for his life story.
Okay. What are you going to ask?
Just mostly how he wound up being a part of that group. If he was born into it, it was just like a survival sort of thing.
Right? He's like, we ain't allowed in the cities and things. They don't like us in Neverwinter or Lejeune, or well, some of us kind of in Waterdeep, but not really Lejeune and Neverwinter. And Waterdeep's real far, so we was I was born out here with my clan, so they don't allow us in there. So what the fuck we supposed to do? We can't fucking trade. We can't buy nothing. They think we're evil, and
Well, when you keep perpetuating this stereotype, that becomes somewhat of a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, I mean, I can't help it. They don't give us nothing. They don't give us jobs. How are we gonna buy stuff without jobs?
Well, have you ever considered setting up your own sort of establishment?
Yeah, it's
Like
the
a
one where
village.
we kill people at night and take their stuff.
Was that the plan?
Yeah, that's the establishment, huh?
What were you going to name the town? You should name it Yignax.
No, I don't like that name. No, yeah, we was gonna.
The bow.
He's like, yeah, it's a good name. It's a pretty good name. It's not.
Yes, I'm glad you think
I've heard
so.
worse names.
22 for perception, by the way.
Okay, excellent. Anybody else?
Gabe, 15 for perception.
Okay, 22, 15. I'm pointing like you guys are here.
Good, it's good.
Of course we are, Gabe. We're in your soul.
Nope,
Of course we're here. We're not separated by a screen, quarantined
I have a
off from the
1.
rest of the world.
Sorry,
I
Rat.
got a 1.
You got a 1?
Yep.
You're kind of just focusing on pulling the cart and looking at the foliage and the fauna around and kind of going, I know what that plant is, and I know what that plant is. I am unsure of that plant, like things like that. When from down the way, a little bit further down Yignax, you start to hear the sounds of like this loud sort of happy music and the of wheels coming down this mostly dirt road. And do you point this out to anybody?
Over yonder, there appears to be revelry of some kind.
Damn, yeah. Sorry, Cash, you messed up the stream for a minute there. There seems to be okay, yes. And as he points out, Cash, you instantly see it too. Rat, you kind of are still doing your own thing when this is pointed out to you, and you now.
Sorry, you cut off. What do we see?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut off for everybody?
Everybody else hear
I
that?
heard you.
Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
I can hear you.
What did we see?
Okay.
Yignax pointed out that there is a cacophony of some sort of celebration coming up, or we're coming up on down the road.
Can somebody
Okay.
check Twitch and see if it froze again? Because I feel like it froze again.
I'm watching it on my phone. We're good.
Okay, just keep in mind because it looks frozen on my screen. Okay, so
Let me double check.
yes, please. Well, either way, I will tell you what you guys see, even if we have to refresh again. As you guys are traveling, it is a bright daylight, and you see what appears to be a large purple caravan of three large carts, essentially, full of people just drinking and being very loud and kind of obnoxious as music plays. And on the front, one man sort of hangs off the cart with a bottle of booze in hand and just holding on to the back of it. You see a long black, like almost trench coat draping from him. He shimmers a little bit in the sunlight as he is quite far, as he's kind of leading this strange cavalcade of people.
Oh, Gabe, it is frozen.
Okay, so we're going to restart again. Actually, hold on. Maybe. Nope. That's not going to do it. Heck. I don't know why it keeps freezing. This is the strangest damn thing. Replay buffer. Hold on. I'm trying to see if there's a way to just refresh it without having to end the whole dang thing. Let's see here. Wow. This is super not cool, man. Okay. So, we'll be right back. Heck.